Assalamu alaikum, wonderful people. I am Dr. Asma Mahmood, and according to the latest guidelines of the American Heart Association, a healthy man should not be taking more than 9 teaspoons, that is about 36 grams of sugar per day, and a healthy woman should not be taking more than 6 teaspoons, that is about 25 grams of sugar per day. Obviously, that is for healthy men and women. For a diabetic, the limit is a lot lesser. But when I ask my diabetic patients how much sugar do you take per day, the usual reply is we take no sugar at all. Even the tea that we take is without sugar. So today I'll be discussing what are the hidden sources of sugar that you are unaware of, and why in spite of taking no sugar at all, your diabetes is still uncontrolled and your drugs need to be increased every year. Watch the video till the end and subscribe to our channel because you are in for a bucket load of realization and knowledge. In the Google search engine, if you type carbohydrates in wheat flour or nutrition of wheat flour, you will find that each 100 gram of wheat flour has 76 gram carbohydrates, and most of these carbohydrates are in the form of starch. Anyone who has studied science even at the primary level knows that the starch, once it touches the saliva, it changes into glucose because there is an enzyme called amylase in the saliva. This glucose is the actual source of your sugar. 100 grams of wheat flour roughly equals a cup of wheat flour. So a cup of wheat flour, give or take, has 76 gram of carbohydrates, or you can say sugar in it. And since 4 gram of sugar equals 1 teaspoon of sugar, we can say that 100 gram or 1 cup of wheat has about 19 teaspoons of sugar. Obviously this changes with the amount of fiber in the wheat, but roughly, to keep things simple, this is the rough estimate. Also, another point, people say that the brown bread or the whole wheat flour is healthier. So let's put it to the test. 100 grams of white flour has 76 gram carbohydrates, and if we Google whole wheat flour or brown flour, it has 74 gram carbohydrates, which is not much of a difference actually. Many people think that the whole wheat flour or the whole grain or brown flour is healthier than the white flour. It may have some more amount of fiber, but the carbohydrate count really does not vary much. So with these stats, you can easily calculate that a roti which has about 20 gram carbohydrates actually has 5 teaspoons of sugar. And if you take one roti or chapati in the morning, you have already taken 5 teaspoons of sugar. Similarly, if you take bread, a slice of bread has 15 gram carbohydrates. That is about 4 teaspoons of sugar. Whether your bread is brown or white does not matter much. Another breakfast item in the Desi menu usually is puri. One puri has 12 gram carbohydrates, that is again 3 teaspoons of sugar early in the morning. Another very common light snack or a meal choice is noodles or pasta. A packet of instant noodles is usually a cup of noodles, and a cup of noodles has 10 teaspoons of sugar in it. So you can see how much sugar you are actually consuming without knowing. So agreed that you are not taking your 1 teaspoon of sugar in your tea, but as long as you are taking your bread and buns for your breakfast or roti for your lunch and noodles or pasta for your dinner, you are actually taking a bucket load of sugar. And frankly, you do not suffer from diabetes because you got the genes of diabetes from your parents. They eat the same amount of sugar, you are eating the same amount of sugar. Obviously both of you will have the same diseases. So the question arises, what should we eat if we cannot eat the bread, the buns, the pasta? The answer is very simple. Ditch up the wheat flour. Make all these things with the flours that do not have so much amount of carbohydrate in it. For example, the coconut flour. 100 grams or a cup of coconut flour has only 25 gram net carbs, which is very less as compared to the 76 grams of the wheat flour. Similarly, almond flour has only 8 gram of net carbs in a cup of almond flour. Even lesser carbohydrates are present in the flaxseed flour, which has only a gram of carbohydrates in a cup or 100 grams of flaxseed flour. And you can easily make your breads, buns, muffins, anything with these flours instead of the wheat flours. You can find all the recipes on my YouTube channel. So the choice is yours. Whether you're going to go on eating the bucket load of sugar in the form of wheat, or will you change that and take charge of your own health? Let us know in the comment section below. Take care till we meet next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.